Everyone, welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Aurea Eden. The day's energy is one for inspiration, motivation, self-reflection, self-discovery, all of these things that's going to help you balance the internal with the external. So this day is going to require us to go on an internal journey in order to find balance and bring the inside of us outside of us. So over the last few days, we've been working on releasing people, places, and things, cleaning, organizing, purging, all of those things, right? Well, so those are pretty much all external. So today, just like it was a couple of days ago, it's time for us to go back internal. And so this internal journey that we're going on today is about renewal and restoration. Okay? Renewal and restoration. So this day's energy is purpose to balance our emotions and our thoughts and emotions. And so now, typically I would say, nope, let's not say emotions. Let's say our thinking and our emotions, because thoughts are passive. They can be hijacked. All right. Sometimes what you think are your thoughts are not your thoughts. They're somebody else's. And so we want to trade thoughts for thinking. All right. Thinking, more action. Okay. Because when you have thoughts, like I said, they can be hijacked, but your thoughts are not necessarily what you actually would act upon. But your thinking, that is something that you would act upon eventually. Because the more you think it, what does it say? So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It might be just so as a man thinketh, so is he. So as you think it, so are you. So, and that's because thinking starts to manifest. See, thoughts, the more you dwell in thoughts, you don't manifest those thoughts until you start believing those thoughts. That's when those thoughts become a reality. But when you're thinking, you're actively bringing this towards you. Okay? You're saying, I'm thinking that I'm going to do this. And the more you think it, the more you end up acting on it. So this energy balances emotions and thinking. But emotions and thinking are no good without actions, because actions, emotions, and thinking, they all go together to create results. Okay? To promote results. So this energy is going to nudge us to find the equilibrium between our inner desires and our external responsibilities. So it's going to require that we bring that what's inside of us outside of us. So therefore, today brings a unique energy that encourages reflection and personal growth. So some of you, this is going to come pretty easy today because you went to church. And so, you got the music, you got the minister, you got the spirit, all nudging you to do better. But for some, they don't have any of that right now. And so they have to do it on their own. And so basically, you could do the same thing you would do if you went to church today. You could turn on you some music. You can reflect. You can think about, it's not guided reflection in a sense, but you can reflect by, going over some of the things that you've experienced in the past, taking what you can learn from that or what you learned from that, and then moving on past it, trying to figure out how you can apply that now. So as we navigate through the day, there's a sense of inspiration and forward thinking. Okay. Now notice how we moved from thoughts to thinking. So thoughts are like past. Okay. That's the past. Okay. But thinking is an essential ing. Okay. Think-ing, overcome-ing. So ing. When you put ing on something, that means you are being proactive and you're taking action. It's like thinking, okay? So it inspires forward thinking. So thus we can move past our past. We can obtain clarity. We can increase in faith, heal, and seek new opportunities. So these are some things that we'll be able to do today. Is let go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Everything's gonna work all right, you know. That's Tony Braxton, honey. I ain't doing justice, but I told you I love me some Tony. All right. But see, I don't listen to music as much as I used to. I don't listen to as much as I used to, but when I did, Tony was my go-to music, I'm telling you. All right, the day's energy also flows to promote self-awareness and will teach us lessons about adaptation. Okay, we must learn to adapt. This, you might have already seen it today, right? Remember yesterday we talked about wreckage and, cars. And so that means there will be cars breaking down. There'll be need for repairs, stuff like that. So people were expecting to go to work today and they were not able to go to work. Unexpected questions by your boss, being called into the office and you're like, what is this about? And asking, wondering if your job is secure. These are the type of scenarios that this energy, it really manipulates here. Okay. But when we're faced with these challenges and these setbacks, what we are encouraged to do is adapt. Embrace change. Accept change. All right? Adapt. It will encourage us to accept change by viewing challenges as opportunities rather than setbacks. You see? When you begin to review your challenge, when you begin to view your challenge as an opportunity, it's like you continue with that forward thinking and that forward movement. But when you see the challenge as an obstacle, or as a setback, rather, when you see the challenge as a setback, you set back. You set back. And then for some that go to setback, they don't know what's behind them. They don't know what's at their feet. And then they fall. You see? And then they have a difficult time getting back up. All right. So when we start to review, I keep saying review. All right. But sometimes that's what you're going to have to do, because this energy is also analytical. And when you're analytical, you kind of view and review. And then you view and review again. And then you'll divide and review again. And it takes you a long time to do what you need to do again. Okay, but so, anywho, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So I'll tell you, so I'm able to overcome so much, and I was able to overcome so much because of the way my mind started working after I realized what the enemy was trying to do. See, before I knew who I was and what I was dealing with, I was foolish and ignorant. Okay? I didn't know what was really going on. I didn't know what I was capable of. I was like what some people would have viewed me as shy and like really quiet, keeping to myself, reserved. But that was the analytical part of me that was observant. So there's going to be many people feeling shy today. But this shyness is because sometimes they may feel like they're not enough or not equipped or not capable. But that's a lie. Okay? But I was able to overcome because I changed the way that I was thinking. See, the enemy will put his thoughts in your head by whispering in your ear. But what ends up happening is Father will encourage your spirit to cause you to go forward. Because while one is whispering in one ear, the other is whispering in another. You know how they show an angel and a demon on both the shoulders? That's not what that means here, but it's similar to that. Okay. Actually, the enemy, he don't reside up here, okay, on these two shoulders. That's not his position. He reside down there at your root, towards your root chakra, you know, the one that deals with desires, because that's what he plays with. He plays with the lower parts of you, okay? The ones that don't get as much light, you know what I mean? But the ones up above your shoulders and up, you know, dealing with your heart, dealing with your throat, dealing with your head. He has to have other people to do that. You see? That he can't touch you without permission. So don't give him permission, okay? Don't give him permission to mess with your mind, to mess with your heart, and to mess with your throat. You know what I mean? So that's like how you communicate, how you speak to yourself, and how you speak to others. Your throat, you could either speak life or you could speak death. As the chosen, we were not born to speak death. We were born to speak life. We are the light of this world. We are the salt of the earth. And it's not good if the salt loses its savor, right? But that is who we are. Okay? We are the candles that are not hidden underneath a bushel. We are the pillars that hold the temple up. We are brides and grooms. Okay? Know who we are. Because that's who we are. We are leaders. We are trendsetters. And so, although this day has a bit of the, it's almost like sometimes there is a little jealousy and envy today. Even at church, people go to church and they're talking about other people in it. It's an experience, baby. It is an experience, my baby. It was never, ever, ever, ever meant for control until they made it control. It was meant to inspire, to enlighten, to uplift, to motivate, to encourage, to awaken to the higher parts of you. And thus, that's why those tables were turned over at that time. Because of that. So this energy is going to ask us to release. Okay? To release. And what do we need to do in order to release? Or what do we need to do? Well, in order to release, we need to know what it is that we need to release. Because if you don't know what it is that's harming you, if you're unaware of it, then you might end up releasing the good thing, thinking the good thing is bad thing, but the bad thing is really the bad thing. You know what I mean? But you could be so jaded at times based on the deposits that others have placed inside of you in the form of thoughts that you don't realize that. You see, that's why I said your thoughts can be hijacked. But in order to find relief, we must release. And so today is a good day to cry out. Get it out. Scream it out. Get you a mannequin, a punching bag, Go hug a tree. Whatever you got to do, beat the bed. Whatever you got to do, release. Relax, relate, and release. Okay? So that you can get to a sense of relief. Okay? So today's also energy also flows to teach us self-awareness. And it will also teach us the adaptations that I was talking about. But self-awareness, who am I? What am I here for? What is my purpose in life? Who am I is when it comes down to self-awareness. Who am I? Some people are not fulfilled because and aimlessly going because they don't know who they are. I tell you, I know who I am. It took me a while though. It wasn't instant. I went on a long, tedious journey. A long, tedious, uncomfortable journey that I'm still on, if I'm going to be honest. But every step that I have made, don't you know it was worth it? It was worth it for me. And if you allow yourself to keep going, it's going to be worth it for you as well. Is it my habit to treat you this way? Am I not your God on which you have relied all your life long to this day? So we must learn these lessons and get to know ourselves. And while getting to know ourselves, we're going to spend time with the one that knows us. And I should say the ones, because I'm talking about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit that knows us better than we know ourselves. My Father knows me better than I know myself. You see? And so it is my Father that teaches me. And when my Father teach me, that's what I share with you. So I keep saying we, because now my mindset is shifted to let you know that I'm in here with you. Now, I'm going to go so far with you, but if you think I'm going to get back in this pig, and then I came out and sling mud with you, I ain't going to do that. We not doing that. No. We not doing that, okay? I'm gonna get low with you, okay, to pick you up. But I'm not, once I feel like you not trying to come up and you trying to pull me down on the ground with you, I'm gonna let you go and figure out some things for yourself, okay? All right, so, and that's what we got to do. Let some people go today. Release. Remember, we're talking about release. Let some people go today so that they can figure out some things for themselves. Because some people are going to feel entitled today. And it is not our responsibility to try to save them from their karma. I might try to save you from certain things. So I might try to save you from ignorance by teaching you what I have learned on my journey. But I can't save you from that karma, baby. I can't even save myself from karma. So my best thing to do is preventative maintenance and encourage you to not do anything that's going to cause you to experience the negative, the adverse effects of karma. Because there's good karma, there's bad karma. And karma is a real thing, no matter what anybody wants you to think. Because even the time on the clock, it respects karma. It's the time, the clock, you know what the clock is calculating? Karma, the cycle that goes, that the circle here. Okay? All right? 1 through 9. 1 through 9. All right? That's what it's talking about. It's talking about karma. It's dishing out karma. Okay, if you're at the bottom, that means one day you're meant to be at the top. It means one day you'll be at the top. Things are going to go well for you. But if you're at the top, that means one day you're going to be at the bottom. So you want to prepare for your next phase and the phase that you're in. So right now, some of you might be low down at the bottom. And that means this is when you want to take action, create, and produce. Because one day you're going to be back at the top. And you want to be prepared. Now, if you're at the top, this day will say, not this day, but the karmic cycle will say, put back, save. Because karma gets dished out to everybody, just like consequences and opportunities and justice. They don't respect people. Everybody can get it. Just like death. Everybody can get it. In a sense. I mean, there's multiple types of death. Okay? Some may experience a physical death, but we will never experience a spiritual death because we are energy. We do not die. All right? We transition. All right? We transition. Okay, so we must start to see things differently. And so this energy, which is giving us like this capable, infectious energy, it's like I inspire you, you inspire me. I motivate you, you motivate me. I encourage you, you encourage me. This is what is called reciprocity. That's basically it. I do unto you, you do unto me. All right? Because you notice I'm teaching you balance. That's the whole point of as above, so below. To establish order and maintain balance in and out. To maintain balance and order. Everything that you see that exists in the world, nothing is a mistake. It is all to create balance and maintain order. And it is when there's too much and not enough that things go left really quick and they forget about the right. Don't let that be us in this great night. Okay? So we must be patient and compassionate with ourselves and others. Don't be hard on yourself. That's what can happen when you start reflecting and then you start comparing yourself to other people and then you start thinking, oh, I should be much further along than where I am. Don't compare yourself to other people because you were uniquely made to be you. And you are uniquely made to be sufficiently you and enough. Okay? So we must be positive and believe that we can analytically solve, confidently do, and boldly express. Analytically solve. Use your mind. Okay? Confidently do. That's kind of what I was just talking about believing in yourself. Being confident, knowing that you're capable, knowing that you were born equipped and with enough. And even if you weren't born equipped, you were equipped with what you needed to do with your purpose, but you are being equipped and prepared in these life lessons and phases that we are going through, all right? Which is the purpose, all right, of the energy that we experience. So, and boldly express. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind, chosen. Okay? Speak it. No, scratch that. Don't speak your mind. Speak the mind of God, chosen. Okay? Speak the mind of God, chosen, because you know it. All right? And when I say you know the mind of God, because God will tell you the mind of God. That's how you know. Start to listen to those whispers that you get in your ear. Because the Holy Spirit, do the Holy Spirit talk to you? And the Father and the Son, they all talk to you and all work together as one. Okay? All right, so we must understand this. So just like yesterday's energy, we must be proactive and communicate effectively. All right, as we change and grow, it's common to encounter internal and external resistance. And you know why this is? Because you changing in an environment that doesn't want to change, my baby. You're changing in an environment that does not want to change. So if you change, you will sometimes we will experience resistance because others fear our change. They fear what our change means for them because misery loves company. So they're like, oh no, I don't want you to change. I don't want you to be different. Look at you trying to act brand new. You like you dang straight. I'm trying to act brand new because I'm not going to settle in the old. All right? Don't settle in the old. But so that's the resistance here. You're trying to do this, but they're trying to hold on to that. They're trying to hold on to you that they thought was you. And when the real you shows up, they're confused. All right? So, because a lot of us, well, I can't say a lot of us, but a lot of people don't know who they are. And so they're judging themselves based on what others have told them, who others told them they were, or told them they are. But they don't know themselves, okay? So anywho, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So also, let's see, we also want to try to work on combating this resistance, right? And so that means that we have to work on staying out of self-doubt. All right? That negative self-talk and those negative thoughts, they don't help. They don't help. They sink you further into woe is me and a ditch of self-pity. They cause you to be so bitter, and bitter has a nasty bite. Okay? And the way, have you ever cooked some soup and you put too much salt in it? How are you supposed to make that balance that out? You add some sugar. So add some sugar to your life today. Don't overthink. Don't be impulsive. Don't be stagnant. Don't be unwilling. Okay? And because I said if you're not willing, you're not ready. All right? So a lot of people are going to be stagnant because they're in that ditch of self-pity. You can't move when you're stuck in four walls. You can't move when you're inside that box. Your freedom's not in there. It's on the outside of all of that. You see? All right. So you got to get out of that box. Get out of that ditch. Now, because of the manipulation of the day's energy, and because of your change, some people are going to try to manipulate you to get back in that box and climb back in that ditch. But you can't do that because you done come too far to go back. All right. So there is a bit of caution with the day. So, but those who don't use this day wisely, they will experience some sort of overwhelm. It might be overwhelming for them. They may feel a sense of restlessness here. Many will find it difficult to focus and concentrate due to distraction. And have you ever seen somebody throw a fit because they wanted to use your stuff, but they talk to you any kind of way? It is so humorous. Like, all you got to do is ask respectfully. Like, don't throw a tantrum thinking I'm obligated to let you sleep in my house and drive my car. I'm not obligated. I do it because I love you. And not just you, I do it because I love. You see? But we talked about us taking care of us. And in order to be selfish or selfless, you must first be what? You must first be self. And now we are moving slowly but surely towards the middle of this year. And we gonna release the people, places, and things that are not good for us, right? Yes. Because next year is our new beginning. And we're not gonna let anything, any person, any place, or anything block our path to the kingdom, okay? Not happening. So many will find it difficult to focus and concentrate due to distraction. This may lead to feelings of frustration, envy, uncertainty, restlessness, and anxiety. However, those who reflect and seek deeper understanding will experience personal growth, inner peace, and fulfillment. Okay? That means the fulfillment part means that they have faith. They know who they are. They believe in something greater than themselves. And they have found themselves authentically, okay? To make the most of the day's energy, take time for self-reflection. Set clear intentions. Identify areas for growth. Explore new ideas and create. Collaborate with others. Adapt and plan as needed. Practice mindfulness and positivity. Stay grounded and focused. Engage in activities that inspire, such as going to church, such as watching, listening to music. Stay proactive and open-minded. Prioritize tasks that align with intentions. Take small, actionable steps. Baby steps. You don't have to do it all at once. Just take baby steps. That's actually what I've been walking you through every day. If you've been following me for even 2 weeks, you should be seeing progress. If you've been following me for 9 days, you should see some kind of progress in your life if you've been actually applying these lessons and suggestions. Okay? That's the whole point of taking small, actionable steps. Some of us have to be walked through it. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay? Provide support and motivation. You got this, boo. You can do this. You got this. Who's the girl? You the girl. Who's the boy? You the boy. Who's unique? You unique. Okay? You are. Who's capable? You're capable. All right. So, also provide support and motivation. Journal, meditate, and brainstorm. So after you wind down today, write in your journal. Okay. Keep a notepad on you. If you need to jot down something, make a note of it. Because you're going to get some spiritual downloads. You're going to have some aha moments. Okay? So take notes so that you can share that wisdom with us later. Because I learn from you. You learn from me. We learn from each other, you see. I inspire you. You inspire me. I motivate you. You motivate me. It's reciprocity. See, when I first started on here, like, there was not anybody doing what I was doing. You can check my track record. I purposely started doing what I was doing because there was nobody else doing it. Then they started to take it to another level. You see? And I love it. That's what happens. You initiate, and then it begins to catch on and evolve. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Do you hear me? I said that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Okay? All right. Celebrate progress and reward self. All right? Celebrate 11:11 on the clock. Celebrate progress and reward self. I like that 11:11 when I said celebrate progress and reward self. Well, thank you, Father. I appreciate that. All right. So the predictions for today. Now, I'm trying something new with my predictions. So instead of telling you what you're going to see in the news for, like I've been telling you, I'm trying to rhyme, child. I like to rhyme. Okay. Trying to keep it exciting a bit. Okay. So people saying, WTF, where is the faith and what the other? It is a day that will cause rivers to flow to discover. What is lost and hidden will be uncovered as many transition to lay beneath the wooden cover. Shots and weights may cause them to lay, moved from here to set down in place. There were spiritual and physical changes in conditions and states. Shots and weights where only the strong survive. Athletes demonstrate why they thrive. A ram and ewe headbutt in fight. Unarmed but feeling like it's deja vu. Climbing to the top and protecting the youth. Intensity, higher levels, positions, and activity. Concerns about jobs, positions, security, and responsibility. Displayed in plain sight and anxiety. Vessels and temples repaired again. Construction roads blocked, and at the end, lighten up. It is bright again. Break and clear, Michigan, nonetheless a positive mood. Unexpected raises and intentions soon. Okay? So that's what I have for y'all today. I love y'all, my friends. Hearts go out, okay? You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.